Hello everybody, welcome back to another live stream. So you join me here. We are here for New Glenn's first, it's Maiden flight. Yes, we are here and Blue have already started showcasing some of their stuff. And it is looking to be an amazing rocket launch this morning. It is coming up to 1 a.m. West Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, it's gonna be good. Right, guys, they're doing a real full webcast. Very much a lot of energy like SpaceX. So I am loving this. But guys, we will stick their audio on and we're gonna get straight into it. Here we go.
Vibes are impeccable. I am here by mission control. Right down the hallway, as you said before, we've got our launch control. In these rooms are our engineering teams and operators who are
show us loads of that data. Oh, we got a camera on the landing pad. We got one up close.
We're going to have you reporting right up there through the launch, just plugged in behind the scenes. What are you looking forward to sharing with us today?
A lot. I'm really looking forward to making sure that you know what's going on in these rooms, take you through some of the personalities we've got inside, how it all works. You know, if there are a couple anomalies, we'll work through those together.
No. Good morning, Martin. Welcome to the stream. Oh wow, wow. Blue Origin are also live streaming on X. Wow. Is Blue Origin now gonna be a full competitor for the space industry as to SpaceX? Oh wow. No sleep again. Oh, that's not good.
Oh my
Wow.
God, I love the energy. Talk to us. Tell me about the scene. What you seeing? What's the view? Talk to us.
6 miles away as the crow flies to launch complex 36.
Mate is struggling. Oh wow, the moon is gorgeous. Wow.
Space Coast residents. We're joined by family members, team members. This is really an exciting moment.
I didn't even see the moon as I come out here.
Eddie, now you're a familiar face across Blue Origin. You've got a front row seat at Blue watching this rocket go from design to build to test. What's going through your head right now?
It's a collective sense of anticipation. Everyone here has done everything.
Wow.
To do to
Someone, bit camp, isn't it?
family members have
Oh my god, look at his 3D printed Blue Origin and New Glenn.
and we have one proposal.
So,
Let's light this candle.
someone I know, and
Let's send Blue Ring on it.
God's sake, Jesus. I mean, I understand this is their first attempt at orbit, so, you know, a guy I know, he is actually on a boat. He is on a boat outside the flying zone. So that there is the rocket itself.
Now the nice thing about those 7-meter
So he'll be away out of the thing. He's a launch photographer.
more than 10,000
I met him at Nuki when I went for the blue,
that's what we're sending to space.
what was it?
And this team right here, they made it happen.
The Virgin Orbit.
Thank you, Eddie. Can't wait to check in with you again shortly. You keep the Team Blue pumped down that, but I have a feeling you're not going to have too many troubles. It's pretty slight.
We're psyched to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. Well, I look forward to what both Eddie and Maggie can bring to the show. Let's take a little deeper dive into the mission today. So there is a lot. Right now we are tracking a number of technical milestones.
More deluded
now
than
and liftoff,
anything.
And then there's going to be another set of critical in-flight milestones once we're underway. Now, we do want to be very clear about our objectives today. This is New Glenn's first flight, and we've prepared rigorously for it. But no amount of ground testing or mission simulation is a replacement for flying this rocket in space. Well put. Our key objective today is to reach orbit safely.
Right, here we go. It's South Sea.
Is icing on the cake,
Yeah, it
bonus
would be
points,
funny, wouldn't it?
cherries on Sundays, whatever you want to
Ooh.
call it. We know that landing the booster on the first try offshore in the Atlantic is ambitious, but you can't win if you don't try, and we are going for it tonight. And
Ooh.
no matter what happens, we're going to learn, refine, apply that knowledge to our next
My
launch.
Amazon parcel's been dispatched.
Design of the
Woohoo!
vehicle, but also into the
At this early in the morning.
And about that booster, again, yes, we are going for it.
I can't believe it.
Shepard landed
I
on
generally thought
in November of
that they would not be going for it.
ground for that in West Texas back in the day, and it was wild. And,
Right,
man, I
and because it's early in the morning, I got some chocolate.
which our booster today has been named with a pretty cool name. You wanna tell us that?
Sure is. Our booster's name, so you're telling me there's a chance.
Oh yeah, I already heard this. Yeah.
Easy reference there for all you Jim Carrey fans. But let's
So you're
level set.
telling me we got the chance?
You think we're gonna stick the landing? Like if you were a vet and
Oh.
this
See,
evening? So we think it's
and I gotta do.
The truth is that this is an enormous goal.
Pole.
We're trying to land a giant building-sized vehicle that's plummeting down from space. There's just so much complex engineering.
There you go, guys. We have the poll in the chat.
Try it for real.
Let me know,
Today's
guys.
that day.
Let's do it. Let's put it to work. We'll see how it performs.
I can't eat. That
Today,
makes me
no
cough.
matter what happens, we're going to learn a ton
Oh, we got our first
and
one.
apply it to
Yes. Oh, 2 votes. Yes.
If we land this thing, I'm
Woohoo.
going to lose my mind.
Oh yeah.
We both.
Okay.
I will turn down my
Expectations for our
microphone
flight.
for the actual
Now,
launch.
Some other business to discuss this evening is the payload we have on board. We have early technology demonstration on board for Blue Ring. And
Blue
this
Ring.
board is something that I'm very excited about because
Look at that. That is a
program
big.
that I help lead here at Blue Origin. There
big
it is
Twix.
on the left side of your screen there, sitting nice and ready to go in the payload fairing. But to be clear, what you're looking at, this is not Blue Ring itself. This is not the Blue Ring spacecraft itself. It is a pathfinder for the Blue Ring vehicle. And so the vehicle, the Blue Ring vehicle that we are building currently employs a lot of the same technologies and capabilities that are put in that vehicle that you see on the left of your screen. And today we are going to validate the communication capabilities.
See, this was meant to launch
Now, it's also worth noting
in
that
December.
the payload is non-separated, so it's going to actually stay attached to the second stage
Oh,
throughout the mission as it powers on and it begins.
Okay.
Data.
right. So can you guys see we've got a flare stack over here.
You can think of
There are 2 of them.
a utility vehicle,
And when it's about to go, one of them will die down and one of them will get really super long. So we watched when they done the static fire.
Today, on this mission,
We kept an eye on what was going on.
Pathfinder for that vehicle that will be
I have to
flying.
say, I
We have
like
some
this
exciting details to share a little
this
later on.
TE.
Get way
No, it's not
into
transpirator. It's
that
a
exact technology that we're
launch
testing today, as well as Blue Ring.
structure. I'm going to call it.
I'm super excited about
And I,
the launch. But the
yeah,
payload
it's going to be
both
super, super
the
awesome.
Blue Glen team and the Blue Ring team. So much work has come together today.
I have to say, this has been a long time coming, guys. Absolute long time coming. To think that Blue Origin was founded in 2000, 2 years before SpaceX, and they are finally going for orbit, which is insane.
Day one, the beginning of a new chapter for New Glen.
Now I wonder, are we going to get, you know, camera views like SpaceX?
From our perspective, the way I like to put it, data is the currency of success. The more data we have, the better off we are. The longer we fly, the more data we collect, the more we can crunch on, so we can reinvest back into New Glen, or New Glen 2, and beyond.
Yeah, absolutely. And that data is really going to be critical for our engineers and our ability to evolve New Glenn into a fully operational program. You know, with New Shepard, we've flown 28 missions so far, and we've sent over 40 astronauts to space. And while we consider that system fully operational, that flight data that we get after every mission
helps our engineers fine-tune the system, helps us refine our procedures, reduces the overall.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the problem. We do have a 3-hour launch window, which I can only do
By the way,
1.5 hours. Yeah, 1.5 hours is what I can do. So it's a little bit worrying.
From New Shepard into New Glenn. So, and speaking of lessons learned from New Shepard, there's that recurring Blue Origin theme.
Oh god.
New Shepard has, with its booster, of course, one that lands, right? New Glenn, the same deal. But let's point out one big difference. New Shepard lands on a landing pad in the desert, while New Glenn's landing pad is out in the Atlantic Ocean. I should take a moment to know, you know, the ocean, the seas out there have been quite rough for the last several days. So, you know, that is why we took a little bit of extra time to get a really good chance of landing this booster tonight. So, a big kudos to our team that is out there operating the Jacqueline. They have been rocking and rolling, you know, with the waves out there for several days. But
you know what? I had the exact same thought.
A key piece of this landing system is the landing ship, which we call the Jacqueline. You want to tell us a little bit more about the Jacqueline?
So we've actually named our landing platform after a very special Blue Origin family member, the Jacqueline. It's right now out at
Who is Jacqueline?
100 miles from Cape Canaveral, and the crew that's operating the Jacqueline is actually positioned nearby in a different support vessel.
That seems prudent, doesn't it?
It does.
Just saying.
We're also going to, there it is, and we also have a lot of cameras on our ship today, so we expect to be able to watch it live as our boosters.
You're just going to see like a bright flash.
It is going to be such a pivotal moment. Our first landing attempt for this rocket.
It's just...
We have got to make sure that that gets capped regardless of what happens.
Now the thing is, Jacqueline is smaller than SpaceX's drone ships. And that's because SpaceX has 4, the Falcon 9 has 4 landing legs. I almost did 3 then. Has 4, not expecting much from this launch. For some reason, I don't trust pulled men so I love it, I love it. I'm expecting quite a bit, to be fair. I think this is going to be quite an amazing launch. This, like, it's going to be quite fun. No matter what, well, I'm going to go with the SpaceX theory. Excitement guaranteed, that's all. I mean, look at it. It has, like, canards at the bottom. And they are solid. So they give you, like, the lift. And then you've got, basically, these, like, fins on the top of the booster. You know, they can fully independently move. So they are basically grid fins. Right, okay, so they are going for it in T-minus 40 minutes. I hope it has no impact on Amazon's share price. Yeah, I mean, I can't see, even if it, well, I can see if it fails then. I think as long as second stage gets into orbit, you'll be fine. You know, SpaceX landed their first booster, I think it was on the 5th or 6th try. And this is Blue's, obviously, their first go at it. So I could see, as long as second stage is successful, I reckon it'll be fine. Because he's not the CEO anymore, is he? Am I right with that? He stepped down to focus more on Blue Origin. Or am I thinking that? Do you know what? This tower, this part here, the strongback as such, correct? I was right, yeah. That strongback reminds me of when you go into like an American house and they've just done plasterboarding and it's just like sheets of plasterboard everywhere and the black screws in it.
Our first launch of New Glenn. I should note that you, as we go along here, you might might see our clock bounce around a little bit. That's just our team getting aligned and making sure that by the time we get down to 0, everybody's set and ready to go. But talking about ready to go, Denise, why don't you give us an update on the vehicle?
What have I got?
Its preparedness?
I got snacks here, guys.
So our team has already
Can't be work very familiar.
new blends for color.
No, because that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to do it, and then you mud
We are now
around it, then you sand it down, then you do your final coat.
of course, crucial step because we need to make
I have
sure
some lovely
that right
strawberry
right
pencils.
pressure. We also need to manage
Literally, I got junk food for
You may
this
have
morning.
noticed that there's a lot of excess gases that are being vented from our first stage and our second stage. This is because
Alright, see, this is all we've wanted from Blue Origin, is to actually
we are venting all that excess
show more stuff. They're a very, pardon the pun, but they are a private company. You know, they've kept a lot of things in about, like, New Shepard. But now they are actually actively sharing information. Like, they've gone from, like, being the NASA very secret, quiet, we don't say what we're doing, blah, 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 to now actually showing, actively doing stuff.
We're sitting in the rocket factory here. Blue Origin's mission control is right upstairs, right above our
So I was
heads.
going to say, that's just opposite the
And we're
visitor
very
complex.
close to where the rocket is itself.
Yeah.
So maybe if you zoom out a little bit, Denise, you can give us a sense from a geography-wise where we're sitting. We are super close. So behind
Yep.
you have a map of Florida. You can see
Good,
very
what's
clearly
happening?
here we
Okay.
have
Yes,
Merritt
I will
Island, Cape
message
Canaveral.
you.
If you go ahead and zoom in, I'll show you where we are right now. We are right now at the Rocket Park.
Aww.
Blue blend is built, integrated, tested. This is where we're coming in live from our studio.
Aww.
And just a short 8 miles away, we have LC-36.
You are my favourite. You definitely are my favourite.
Waiting for its first launch. You just heard from Eddie and a few of our employees.
Right, how am I
They're
going to
just
open
here
these?
in Cars
Because they
Park.
don't...
If you're lucky enough to be watching from either Jetty Park or anywhere up down Cocoa Beach, you are going to get a great view of the New Glen Lodge tonight. So that's
Yeah, so this is actually
really
really far above.
New Glen is nearby.
Um,
Not only that, but New Glen, the New Glen
Oh,
operation
God.
is also right in the heart of all this great space history here in Florida.
there we go. Got it. Finally.
Atlas 2 and Atlas 3 launches took place from here. The Mariner, Pioneer, and even Surveyor missions. They sent spacecraft
Look at
to
that.
Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, and even the lunar surface. Here's some footage showing off the renovated launch pad that carries all that history.
I think I speak on behalf of everybody here at Blue Origin that it's just an honor.
See, this is
to
the thing
have
with
a next generation
the-
vehicle right here
It's,
on top of all of that history. And the launch pad
It's
is
not
so
bullying, it's
close.
personal development.
I mean, I know we're going to hear it and feel it in this building. I mean, I literally would not be surprised if lights start shaking.
You know, from here, we can
They've done a lot of
hear
work
just
to
about
this pad,
any
I will say.
that takes off from the Cape, and it gets loud. But we think this one, for New Glen, may be one of the loudest ever. For one, the pad is just so close to Rocket Park, but also there's just the enormous size and power of those 7 first-stage VE4 engines.
And then you wait until Starship takes off from Kennedy. Oh my God, that's going to be crazy.
A girl who has lived through a couple of earthquakes, I am ready for this one. This is going to be awesome. Now, you mentioned a second ago, it's just so unique that the public
Yeah, who
is going
needs
to
to
get
work
such a
on
great
this
view
community
of
page?
New Glen launches, especially from viewpoints like, you know, Jetty Park, Port Canaveral,
Yes,
Cocoa
yes, I
Beach.
do.
So many people gather to watch launches from these spots already, and wow, I mean,
Do you know what,
this
actually,
is
it was funny,
a
Rich
live
actually
view.
mentioned
You're
that
sitting
yesterday.
here right now on Cocoa Beach. Shout out to you guys. Probably sitting in a nice lawn chair with a cold beverage in your hand. That's what I'd be doing if I weren't here behind a desk with you, Denise. You guys are gonna get to see
What is the
and feel
weather
this launch.
in
It's
Florida
an
right
insane
now? Let's have a
view.
look.
So, you know, other than maybe tripping some tsunami warnings, y'all are gonna have a great evening.
There
Right.
really is nothing better
It's
than
8
a beach
degrees
by Rocket
in
Park.
Orlando right now.
Well, and weather permitting, it's not just people down here in Florida. People in the region, kind of the southeast region.
Stop
of
bloody
the
yawning.
US, you see
I
this
can't help
image
it.
Right here. Look,
I'm
that's
so
not all
tired.
As far north as, you know, North Carolina.
I don't get up this early
Are going
unless
to
I'm going on
be able to
holiday.
see this launch
I normally stay up.
based on where you are. So a little bit of a guide here. If you guys are all still up, you know, it's a bit late here on the East Coast, but this is an exciting launch. So shout out to you guys
Right.
as well that are
Just going to move my heater, guys, because
All
my
everybody,
right foot
we're
is on
T-minus
fire.
33 minutes and 30 seconds to go, and counting down to our launch window opening at T-0 for New Glenn's first launch. I mean, I cannot believe I'm saying that. We've been talking about this such a long time. It's just wild.
It has
Now,
been.
This is our first flight. We have prepared
Yep,
rigorous
they're
orders.
moaning that it's cold right now.
Reiterate,
Cold?
our key
Cold?
today is to reach
It's-
orbit safely.
It's 3 degrees outside. I'd say it's
Anything
actually
beyond
been
that
quite
is a
warm
bonus.
tonight,
That said, we all
which
know that landing
was
is
quite
very
good because
cool.
my snow on my
Also,
decking is
very
actually almost
easy
melted.
the first time,
Come
but
on,
we're going
get
for it.
down
And
there. There you
no
go.
matter what happens, we're going to learn a lot. We're going to refine.
Oh, I
we're
can't
going to
wait.
apply
I'm
it
putting a
all.
new floor in this soon.
It is an exciting
So
day.
I'm getting another sheet of
Join in on all the action and all
what's
the
it going to be?
excitement.
OBS.
Okay.
And it's going to be a nice thick one. It's going to raise me up slightly,
Rocket on the pad on our screen.
just for the chair, because
A little bit deeper.
I need to have.
Our experts
Yeah, it's at the moment it's a bit hard. I've got boards on the floor where the floor's uneven. So yeah, over time the floor is kind of sunk and bowed.
Just over 320 feet tall, or almost 98
Yeah.
meters.
So what's crazy is this is 3.30
It's really
meters
hard to
wide
describe what that
here,
means, but another way to think about
but it gets
we all
huge
know
at the
German
bottom.
Shepherd. Picture five
Make with that what you
shepherds
do.
stacked one on top of the other, and that's approximately the height of New Glen.
And that's
Oh,
remarkable. When you
I
think
just worried
about
Dad's gonna
that
wait.
jump from New Shepard,
I'm still watching this.
just that side. Oh, say there you go. You see
Uh,
this great image on our screen here that gives you a sense. That's a. We talk about step-by-step
Oh,
process.
God.
That's a big old step we're taking tonight.
It's
Yeah,
also
do you know what? I
amazing
hate
New
that when
Shepherd
that happens.
could fit
I can hear my next door neighbour, and
inside of New Glen's pharynx
even when they
with
shut their like bathroom door and it's a
And as cool as that
bang.
would be,
Yeah,
we don't
you know,
really need to
I'm
ship New
pull the
Shepard
door
off
handle
another
down,
planet
close it, and all
anytime
that properly.
soon, as far as we can
It's
imagine.
really annoying, especially early hours in the morning.
Sneaky, third and fourth stage if you count that capsule in there. But that said, we make this point because it speaks to future capabilities. Like
Yeah, that way. Well, it's not like you've not chose to.
Shepherd, it is
Uh,
incredible that fairing volume and the size.
No, I'm just
of
gonna
what
quickly
it's
mute
going
myself
to
a sec.
enable as we build this road to space. Now, it's not often that you get to stand next to a massive rocket like that
Right, here we go.
on a launch pad, ready to go to space. But you and I had an amazing opportunity. This is just a day or two ago.
Look at it.
And I don't know.
It is big.
I just looked
Like,
at the video and I
it's-
get tingles. It was
It's a little bit shorter than a Falcon 9,
at the base and
but
looking at
it's
what our team
wider
has done for such a long time. There you see the flame
than a
around,
Falcon 9.
smoke and fire, baby. That's
Like
what
this
we're
bottom
looking
part
for.
here
I get chills
is
every time I
much,
watch
much
that.
wider.
That was just so incredible. That's
This
not,
is more
something that I will likely forget
comparable
soon. It's just so tall.
in terms of payload and thrust and all that
Yeah. Well,
to a Falcon
that
Heavy.
rocket is going to space tonight, and you all are going to be here.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
on-
Yeah, oh, 100%.
That's all I can
Yeah. Now, if it was Jesse, yeah, understandable, but no. It's very early in the morning here, and it's, yeah.
I think there's another key thing about New Glenn, and it really is that reusability.
I mean, she's quite cute.
So while the scale of New Glenn is truly remarkable, I mean,
Here we
this rocket
go.
is built for big things, supersized, with an incredible lift capability. But to do that in a
Joe,
way
I remember I was looking at it, I was thinking, shit, the fairings are really long.
is the biggest innovation
The fairing isn't, it's there.
reusability.
It-
It is such a critical component.
It's because it's pure white, it looks like it's just one big
You
fairing.
just can't say enough
And I'm like,
how
oh,
important
shit.
reusability is.
And so New Glenn also has has that second stage rocket, right? We talked about the first stage and the second stage, and you know, rocket fans know this, but just like
Saturn
Saturn
V.
or other big launchers, rockets fly in the first stage and the second stage with the job of
The
first
Saturn
stage,
V.
sometimes what we call the booster, to lift the vehicle from Earth up to space. The stages will then separate, and it's the second stage that powers our payload into orbit.
So here you see another cool overlay, what you saw just a moment ago, of the Saturn V rocket. I mean, we are just about the same height, like, and the power of the two vehicles.
Rather have your
significance
wife's
of
friend.
both is amazing. And you know what?
Oh,
Game plan,
God.
like Saturn V, our game plan is to use
Here we go, guys. We are T-minus 28 minutes. Actually can't believe we're finally
So
here.
that's our orbital rocket in a nutshell. Now, while we've got a couple minutes to go here, we're at T-minus 28 minutes to go until New
It's
Glenn
getting warmer in
first
here,
launch.
guys. We're
While
doing it.
we check
It's
in with our
11
teammate
degrees.
over at Cars Park. Eddie, you there?
See, look, you can see. Oh, I was going to say, you can see the two flare stacks.
Miles as the crow flies to launch complex.
How many times, guys, is he going to say that?
View of New Glenn, standing 320 feet tall, the two vehicle access towers, one of the largest water towers in the world, and we are ready. Aren't we ready, team?
Jesus Christ. Rah.
Eddie, man, you have quite the crowd down there, and I feel like
Oh, yeah, no, that's typical dad, isn't it?
And not just current employees, but their kids and future Blue Origin employees.
Yeah, why are they not in school? Yeah.
First flight.
New Glenn patch.
What are you hearing the employees talk about?
So listen, we're looking forward to the rumble of the BE4 engine. We're gonna hear it. We're looking forward to the blue streak across the dark sky. And we've got, you know, the flags, the emblems, the swag. We're very proud to
The
be
swag.
We're proud to be sharing this moment with our community, right? The word that everybody keeps using tonight is grateful. How grateful we are to be here, how grateful we are for each other, and how
Hey, I
grateful
just
we are for
realised.
the space tech that has accepted
Why
us.
are they not at school? It's 1 a.m.
So a lot of these folks with day jobs here.
I was just thinking, yeah, they should be at school. It's Monday.
You're getting. How is it different from what people were here?
I tell you, these kids ain't turning up to school tomorrow.
Unencumbered
Or today.
view of the launch pad of New Glenn. We'll be able to see that arc as Blue Ring heads on its mission, and we're very excited about that. The air is electric here.
I'll take the
Buzzing with
ginger.
excitement,
She teach me
and
TikTok.
we're thrilled to be
Yeah. You can
Not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous that you guys
see.
get such a straight-on view of the launch pad. So, not complaining. Denise and I have a pretty great seat there, too, but thank you, Eddie. We'll be checking in back
Excellent.
soon with
Thank
you
you.
there again down at Cars
We've got
Park.
one more chant for you guys. We're gonna get loud for you.
Oh God. Mate, that was a joke.
I love it. You can hear the energy down there. I absolutely love it. Now, one employee
My
on the
God.
New Glenn team that is not down there with Eddie, and I do want to give a special call out to our program
Jeff
manager at New
Bezos.
Glenn, Jarrett Jones.
Oh,
Jarrett
okay.
has led the New Glenn program for years, and I'm very grateful to be able to call him a friend. He has a deep background in aerospace. There he is. And he's
Yeah.
been instrumental to
Yeah.
the
Guess
build of
what?
today's launch.
He used to work for
There you
SpaceX.
see him just a moment ago,
He
and
worked for Falcon 9.
when you point him out
Not-
here in the,
not that,
in launch
you know,
control, yes,
they
he's
needed
there
a SpaceX
for that
person to
first
help them.
row,
But we're
bottom
not going to
left.
say anything about
There you
this.
go, checking in, got his eyes glued to his screen.
God, they are some.
Talking to,
They are some
our
big
long-term,
monitors. The fact
our
that
employees here, we got Mark Featherstone, who has been also leading this program for a long time.
Dad said.
Man, and you saw that image just a moment ago with.
Dad said,
him
"What's
in
with the
front
dad
of
jokes?
the-
You're not even a
the
dad.
day that we
Hey,
installed
you're an uncle.
7
You're allowed
engines
to.
for the first
That
time.
gives you permission."
And I'm pretty sure he is absolutely psyched. You also see the gentleman in the center of that front row.
Yeah,
in
them-
the green sweatshirt.
So that's gonna be like a
CEO.
what,
joined us
40,
just,
43,
about
something
a
like
year
that.
ago, and man,
They're
talk
massive.
about Sparking some fire. It
You know
has
what they
been
say about big
fantastic.
monitors?
Uh,
Lot of information.
And
Matey's on Twitter,
We dialed in.
tweeting.
Last but not least, in between Jarrett and Dave, Jeff Bezos, our founder.
Hey,
of course,
Jeffy.
thinking about this day for many years. And I should also throw in a special happy birthday to Jeff.
Oh shit, what?
A day. I wouldn't mind having
It's
a
Jeff's
rocket launch on my
birthday.
But this man deserves it.
Damn.
Patience,
Big
commitment,
eyes.
passion for what we're doing. It's just, we are very lucky, Denise, to have
Let's have a look.
a leadership team here supporting us at Blue.
People questioning, why does it take 5 hours
and getting them off
to
and
load
running. But
propellant
middle
onto
of
New Shepard?
Many of them, and the core to making a lot of this work, New Glenn. That's why today is so important. Okay, everybody, we're at T-minus 23 minutes to go until launch. It is
Right, let's
so
ask
great to have
Grok.
you all joining us for today's
Let's
inaugural
ask
launch.
Grok why
We have folks tuning in
they use
from all
liquid
over
hydrogen
the
as a
city.
propellant
And Eddie
affects
and the
loading
team down
time
at
due
Park
to the
Park.
slower
But we also
loading
wanna give
systems
a nod
compared
to a
to
couple special
other
instructors from
propellants.
across the nation.
Less experience
We've got
with
employees tuning in at multiple
liquid
sites,
hydrogen systems
checking in
can
and
lead
getting
to
things
longer load
started.
times.
As I mentioned, not only do a lot of our employees work on multiple programs. There we go. We got Kent. We got Huntsville. I love it.
SpaceX
Kent,
efforts
Ford,
in
our
optimizing propellant
headquarters.
loading
I
for
see
rapid
guys.
launches has not been
Huntsville, where we build all of our
exclusively
engines,
applied to
vehicles,
rockets
we
like
use,
New
and
Glenn.
of course, Blue Ring.
Okay,
You
because they
guys
use every
make me
deliberate.
so proud.
That's brilliant, I love it.
I just know that everybody here has worked so hard for this and cannot wait.
My God, can you guys shut up?
Hi, everyone.
And our
It's
team
Peter
down in
Griffin.
Huntsville are beautiful
It's Peter Griffin.
factory.
Oh
You guys,
no! Rich,
are
it's
just
Peter
the
Griffin.
best. Just the best.
Do it, do
You
it.
can see the passion, the energy. We have been working so hard to get to this point. All right, well, I can't complain.
Well, what's going
about
on,
our
Ryan
view
Hansen
right
space?
Here. We have got a pretty sweet spot here, but I do want to go upstairs to our co-host, Maggie, who's up near Mission Control. Maggie.
Wake up, Maggie.
And I have found a new place to hang out.
Wow, all right.
So there's the
not
rocket
only,
there.
Do you get to hang out near Mission Control, but this for our audience gives you a sense of how close they are to just being able to go outside on the deck there. Tell me about this view that you get and that some of our VIPs are going to get tonight.
Yep,
Not my
I am
words.
out on the balcony. We are on the third
Wow.
floor of our rocket factory. And just out there, you can see the red blinking light at the
I
top
got
of
something
our
to.
tower.
I
The
got
launch
something
pad
to
is
say
right out
to
there.
you.
And then just
Okay.
to my left
Oh,
here
God.
is the mission control team.
It's called
So
New
you know
Glenn.
when
What
that
happened to
rocket
Old
goes
Glen?
up,
Oh my
they'll
God, that's
be
terrible,
turning their
Mark.
heads briefly to the right.
Terrible.
So we're out here. We've got some guests, VIPs, some of our Blue family inside. They're still in there while it's warm, but I expect to see more and more people headed out here soon.
Now, Maggie, I know you're able to also listen in on the radio with the team behind you. What are some of the things that you're hearing?
What are those?
About this time in the count, I am hearing them going into their weather brief. They are making sure that everything is clear downrange. That's both the water and in
So,
the air.
where are you?
And I haven't heard anything thus far, Ariane.
Well, thank you, Maggie. So great to have you up there, keeping us tuned into all of the action. As we noted, we've got launch control and mission control right back to back. We'll be checking in again with you in a couple of minutes. Okay,
Matey
we're
is
at
on a
T-minus
boat.
19 minutes and 50 seconds to go until our targeted liftoff. So we're
Says
getting
Maggie.
closer and closer.
Yeah, Cyril Stewart,
I wanna
yeah.
point out a few
I was going to say, I recognise this.
ahead
The
in our
song
program.
was sort
Some
of
them actually
in
go
my
in a
head.
Pretty quick sequence.
Yeah, so coming up, we're going to have a planned weather check. This is where our teams take one last look at the weather for launch today.
The weather.
This weather check validates that our trajectory is still on track, and the team will continue to close out any remaining open items that could be on their dashboard.
The very capable folks.
I would
at
love to
Control
see like their
will
actual
undoubtedly be checking
systems.
through closeouts over the next few minutes.
I think that would be
So-
super awesome.
And once we get through those, we'll start
Jeff
to go through
Bezos
our
locked
final
in.
vehicle checks. So you want to walk us through those final vehicle checks?
Oh yeah.
Once we get to
So
our
guys,
T-minus
one
four
thing.
terminal count,
on Jacqueline, their drone ship, gonna call it a drone ship, they have 3 Starlink satellites on board. So all the views are powered by Starlink, which I'm guessing was probably quite a difficult choice for them.
The engines, there's this water deluge.
It's a huge water deluge. This is going to engulf the flame trench completely, which is going to protect our rocket from vibroacoustic and thermal loading. Finally,
Damn.
autopilot will be enabled. We'll flex the gimbaling engines, and then, well, ignition.
Game on, ignition. I cannot wait for that.
I'd love to see Scottish
all of
people
this is
take
very
the
exciting
launch
because
camera.
it's said out loud.
Wow.
I think there's also a very sequence for starting.
I have been speaking to a certain launch company,
all turn on at once.
and I can confirm
Correct. So
sometime this year
all 7 DE4s
you will
at
get
once.
a Scottish
We do something called a staggered
and an
start.
English
Engines
commentated
1, 4, and 7 will light
launch.
first, followed by
That's all I'm going to say right now.
2, 3, 5, 6.
I have
Of course,
plans in the work.
in a very quick succession. The staggering start really helps to decrease the sudden
Yeah,
pressure on the whole
I
system.
can't
So it just
say too much,
really is so much
but
power in
yes,
those 4 engines.
there will be
Staggering them
a
is
Scottish
smooth on
commentator
power.
of a
So we
rocket
talk a
launch
lot about
this year.
rocket, but you can't
Um,
forget the ground systems.
Plans are in motion, let's just say
We
that.
are essentially protecting the
Um,
rocket from the vibration.
it's gonna be quite
and all
funny.
that power coming out of the engine. We're also
Look at that.
the launch pad itself, right? You see from the map that you
I might
showed
get an
us how
extra
close
inch.
we are to the water.
Only that.
The water table is just a couple of feet below the launch pad, and I should really talk. A lot of engineering went into the complete refurbishment of our launch
My
complex.
bloody-
so
just
we
kicked
wanted
my
to
heat
get
up.
it. It's there for the long haul. But man, we got a big old powerful rocket. So this water deluge system is critical to both the rocket.
You imagine they fire the engines
launch pad, the ground support.
and the
Okay.
deluge doesn't
We
work.
are at T-minus. We have just had a clock update here. We are at T-minus
Ah.
7 minutes and
So they're just
28
pushing it
seconds
back a
to go
little
into
bit.
launch. As we mentioned, this is kind of what
That's
we can expect from our team as they get aligned and ready to go into launch today. So they just need a couple more minutes, and that's a-okay.
so it's kind of like the
Shepherd
holds that are built in.
We have spent
Instead of-
years designing this
Instead of
rocket.
putting holds
You
in
know,
to the normal
months
clock,
building it and months
they
into
have
designing this
bollocks.
operation. If we need a couple more minutes before we press
Yeah, this
go
is
on
gonna
this
be-
thing, that is a-okay with all of us.
I mean, I've got
With
till
that, why don't we take a moment here to check
tw-
out
till
the
7:30
on the pad, getting
I've
ready
got.
for its first mission
So I've
to
got an
space.
hour and 15 minutes basically that I can stream. I'll be watching this on the way to work, if not. Look at that. They've even got the stars and stripes on the side. You can barely see it though. Right, let's see what's going on. I want to be asleep by then. Right. I tell you, if I have to wake up this early again, then I'm going to sue Blue Origin. Now, we kind of understand. This is pure skepticism, to be fair. That the reason why they're doing it at night time is because when they fly around and they get to that apogee, which is the highest part of their orbit, it will be sunlight, and that'll be for the Blue Ring Pathfinder. That'll be, so then apparently the solar panels are massive on the Blue Ring, so it's something that they have to have. Why don't we just slap the nearest ball person? Yeah, that works too. Yeah, that'll be perfectly acceptable, I think. yeah, so it's, wow, that is actually pretty crazy that Jeff's birthday is today. That is pretty cool. Wow, I'm actually just looking, guys. Someone's got some really, really up close shots of Starship. Like, and that little black bit there is the camera. Well, outside the flap. That is crazy. Thought he might be grumpy. He didn't go to bed till 2:30. Jeez, that's really late. I got into bed at about, I want to say 10:30. I didn't go to bed till
Welcome back, everybody.
probably 12, I think.
Minus 33 minutes
So,
and 53 seconds to go until New Glenn's first launch. We are so happy to have you all joining us for the
Man.
historic launch, both here in the U.S. and everywhere around the world. Denise, tell our audience, where are we up to in the preparation of our vehicle?
So right now we're completing a system functional check for New Glenn, and this is critical because we're ensuring that all of our systems
no, you didn't wake me up. No, I was awake because my Jess had been crying. Jess had a meltdown.
Are also running diagnostics and all the
I had my alarm set for 4:30.
We're checking flight computers, we're checking
And I woke up,
We're also going to do
I shower.
final
Is that my hair?
This is really crucial.
It's nice and washed.
That we're getting the right data
I had a
on
shower.
the ground, as well as
And then my daughter
verifying
decided to have a meltdown.
integrity.
So,
Now coming up, we're going to do one last weather check. This is where we get
Ooh.
real-time data on wind speed, direction, temperature, humidity, cloud cover.
right, here we go. New
Not just for the LC-36 pad, but we're also checking the weather.
So they're going
where Jacqueline is,
6:52
who's ready to receive
a.m.
our booster. So that is where we are right
Okay.
now. Things are going to move quickly here.
Thanks, Denise. And yeah, we should reiterate again, the weather, we got to take into consideration the weather here, but also downrange, where
She
the
missed her
landing,
by uncle, yeah.
ship is, the Jacqueline. We've mentioned it
He
earlier.
does- she does miss you.
One of the reasons why we need to take a little bit more time before getting to launch.
Look at that.
The sea state out there was a little rough. They were rocking and rolling, and we want to give our rocket the best chance of coming into land and sticking that landing on the Jacqueline. There is the Jacqueline ready to receive the first stage.
You watch. That thing is going to punch a hole so much through this bloody deck. It's just going to go whoosh, fail the landing burn and go straight through.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
The primary objective is to go to space, go to orbit safely. That's number one. And if we happen to land this booster, as we mentioned before, there are going to be a lot of people losing their minds, mine as well. So,
Oh, so
now,
Bezos isn't
why don't
Blue
you go
Origin
to a little bit
CEO.
more of the flow down there? So
The
Blue
CEO
Origin
is
running,
actually David
mission
Limp.
control right
Okay.
now, also surely tracking their own checklist
Bit like,
as they make
oh,
sure the Pathfinder payload is ready to go to launch. As
yeah.
well.
Correct, yeah. So upstairs at the MC, we'll have a launch control and mission control. So our launch team is the one that's doing all these system checks on you.
Right, what's going
while
on?
mission control is making sure that they're doing similar system checks for the Blue Ring Pathfinder.
Wonderful. And let's take a second and dig in a little bit more on that payload. The Pathfinder is a cool piece of technology, and really,
Ow.
it's just the initial demo for a vehicle program called Blue Ring that's quite far along in its own development. And we mentioned this earlier, today's demo is a non-separating payload. This means the payload tonight is going to stay attached to New Glenn's second stage for the entire 6-hour mission. The other thing I want to reiterate about
6 hours, jeez.
Blue Ring Pathfinder is it's going to be testing a lot of the same technology, but it's not.
Nice
Blue
cars
Ring
on the
itself.
go,
It's not
on the
same
board.
form factor, but we're going to learn a lot from this evening.
Oh, God.
Now, what we want to, excuse me, I should say, as we talk about the Blue Ring Pathfinder, I want to reiterate that it's attached to the second stage, and it will stay there as it orbits the Earth.
Gonna
And that
move
also
my
is
bloody
not normal but we wanted to do that for today's demo mission.
Because they probably haven't got a separation thing.
Pathfinder is going to prove out some important components of our future vehicle, Blue Ring. And I get really excited. Clearly, I get so nervous I get excited talking about this. I love this program. It's one that I've had a hand in getting off the ground for the past year as part of Blue's in-space systems team. But I want to take you deeper into Blue Ring.
Oh, she wants to take you deeper into Blue Ring. Whatever you do, don't mention Tamworth. Hey, I had a bet on them, 100 to 1 to win.
Blue Ring is
It'll been good.
building that base layer of infrastructure in space that we at Blue Origin talk about. We can take up to 13 customers up to space, up to 3 metric tons, deploy those satellites.
It's going to give them all the capability that they need to be able to be placed where they want, or they can use a lot of the capability inside of Blue Ring.
It can do data storage, data computing, relaying
What's
the data.
the
And it's going to be a
caster?
massive asset. Because
What?
it now
The
allows
caster
payload
is VP.
customers to offload all
VP?
of their data relay and critical
No idea.
processing needs.
You've got space domain awareness, you've got communications capabilities, and then you've also got this ability to host things on Blue Ring itself.
Nice.
Customers who need orbit maneuver, we can maneuver them between orbits, within an orbit.
We can have nominally 3,000 meters per second of delta V with this vehicle. And in some
3,000
configurations,
meters?
all the way up to 4,000 meters per second. And it has
Damn.
propulsion systems, meaning that I can use the chemical systems for really fast maneuvers, but then have electric propulsion for all of the station keeping and low energy maneuvers.
Oh, no. Oh, she's for yeah. There you go. Look how massive
We've got capabilities
them solar panels are.
cislunar orbits and
They are
interplanetary.
huge.
Blue Ring Pathfinder is going to be on a
Apparently they're like something like
This
44 meters long, which is crazy long.
We can command our vehicle on orbit, can receive data from the vehicle.
We'll be testing
I think she was the vice president of.
that will be hosted on
Shit, I've forgotten already. That's a sexy shit.
Not just the transportation systems through new
Oh,
Glenn,
God.
but also the infrastructure that will help future generations take advantage of what space has to offer.
Blue Ring is going to multiply what we can do in space and create the infrastructure like nothing else.
Damn.
I don't know about you, but I am pretty excited, if you can't tell, to be able to say that the team I work with in my day job, Blue Ring, is the team.
Oh, yeah, Jesse. We love Jesse.
It is so cool. Thinking about the way a vehicle like Blue Ring will open up access to space. I mean, that's really what it's all about. That key aspect of today's mission is that demo of space-to-ground communication capabilities for Blue Ring.
You got it. The Blue Ring Pathfinder will be testing its ability to send commands to the spacecraft, receive telemetry, and edge processing software that will
Wow.
demonstrate local autonomy and machine learning that will be part of the storage and compute mission kit that's going to be flying on all future Blue Ring vehicles. So basically, it has a computer predicting if the spacecraft is getting sick. We're also testing radiometric tracking,
where's
which, by the
the
way,
seagull?
helps in
Mine,
navigation
mine,
by
mine,
using
mine, mine.
radio waves to track the spacecraft's position and velocity. So basically, radiometric tracking uses radio frequencies to track where
Is
the
Elon
spacecraft is
actually?
and where it's going.
Elon's still posting right now. So, do you reckon he's just like sitting at wherever, Starbase, flicking through X, and watching this?
To Atlas Antenna Station in Hawaii, the state of Georgia, and even Australia.
Yeah, these ground stations will collect telemetry and radiometric data, which is crucial for understanding how the spacecraft is performing and navigating in highly elliptical orbits in the MEO range. Now, this is unique because it allows the spacecraft to spend a significant amount of time over specific areas of Earth, making it an ideal orbit for certain communication and observation missions. And this is
Nice.
all part of proving how Blue Ring can navigate. all the data collected from this mission will be used to support the future production of the Blue Ring space vehicle, which undoubtedly will play a vital role.
My God,
in
honestly,
further space
Elon's just like,
communication technology.
Elon's a twat.
That data and experience from the Pathfinder mission will be invaluable for
Yeah, he definitely,
It does pave the way for
when he
more
focuses on
missions to
rocket
help
stuff,
ensure the reliability
he's pretty
and
funny.
efficiency of future
but
Blue Ring
his
There you have it, folks.
things
Now,
are just
Blue Ring
crazy.
Pathfinder is supported by the Department of Defense's Innovation Unit, or DIU. And let me tell you, we're so thankful for their involvement today. I should say they have been so supportive of our Pathfinder, but just the Blue Ring program in general. They are believers like us. So thank you to them. All right, with that, we're at T-minus 24 minutes and 3 seconds to go until T-minus 0. This is NG1, the first flight of New Glenn, and we are so glad you're here joining us this evening. Why don't we take a moment to talk about our mission objectives
He's
for the launch?
Michael
This
with
is-
money.
This is our first flight, and we prepared rigorously for it, but we also know that none of this is easy. And
Yes,
our key objective
100%.
today is to
Absolutely
reach
100%.
orbit safely. Anything beyond that is icing on the cake, bonus points. We know that landing the booster on the first try offshore is ambitious, but we're going for it. No matter what happens today, we're going to learn, refine, and apply.
Here we go, guys.
that
So,
knowledge to our next
this is the
launch.
size comparison
Really looking forward to
between
seeing how the vehicle
Blue Origin's New
performs.
Glenn's
Earlier,
first stage
more data,
and a Falcon 9's
the
first
better,
stage.
right? We pushed every
So,
single part,
like
component,
that-
system in our testing
that
well beyond
part
its
there
limits by design. But we
Is
also
taller
recognize
than the
that
Falcon 9
no
stage,
amount of ground
first
testing or
stage.
mission simulations can
Although I
replace
love
the
Michael
real
more.
world design this system into space.
Oh,
Which is why you can't wait for the mission to get underway, see how things perform.
and I'm actually
apply
getting a
all
bit
the
warm,
lessons learned
guys.
to our next launch and beyond. It is an absolutely thrilling day. Again, we're so glad that you're here to share it with us. Now with that, we're at
Trying to
T-minus
find-
22 minutes and 30 seconds to go until launch. Why don't we take a moment and check out New Glenn on the pad as it gets ready for its first launch to space.
Oh, listen to that. Actually, you guys can't really hear that. You, however, would toss in on off. Nah. I've got some morals. That would not be on it. Oh, this is brilliant. This is very sidetracked, but this shows you how hated Jake Paul is in Europe and any other country other than America, really. Jake Paul was kicked off the Kings League World Cup final in Italy. The crowd went silent. You would, I know you. No, not at all. It's crazy. Oh, okay. I see why Elon's awake. Because they are sending Tesla Cybertrucks to LA, fitted with Starlink teams to be used as mobile power units.
Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. We're at T-minus 20 minutes and 50 seconds to go until New Glenn's first launch. What a day for us. And, you know, it takes many smart people to bring a vehicle like New Glenn together. And one of those great people that
What's
I've had the
that?
pleasure of working with over several years is someone who now leads up customer integration for New Glenn. That is Blue Origin's Laura McGinnis. Laura is the Vice President of Mission Management for New Glenn. Now, before Blue, Laura spent time in a similar role with United Launch Alliance. She also had quite the career at the Air Force. And I had the pleasure of chatting with her just for a few minutes, just a little bit earlier, to hear what customers can start to expect from a vehicle like New Glenn.
Damn.
Let's listen to that chat.
Yeah, he is. He's an
Laura,
idiot, but
thank you for taking
he's doing
time
good
especially
things.
on such an important day to give us a tour of the factory. This is kind of like a second
Wow.
home, I imagine, for the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely, Ariana. We're so excited about this factory and super excited to show you all a little bit about it.
Well, so talk to me a little bit about what we got going on here. We've got multiple rockets coming down the line.
Yeah, all kinds of things going on. So the basic layout is that the raw material comes in from the south side of the building down here at the end of the aisle. We weld the tanks together down there. Then we bring the completed modules here for
She's a
assembly.
diva.
Over here we have our GS1 aft module, which will have landing
She's
lights,
American,
several
Mark. Of course they've
engines
got diva
installed.
voices.
We do all of that work. We continue to assemble the stages down here. We build fairings behind the wall over here, our 7-meter fairing, which our customers love, and eventually we roll out the Glen Stage 1, Glen Stage 2, and the fairings out of the north end of the building. Those are all transported 8 miles over to Cape Canaveral Space Force Station and are assembled in our integration facility over there.
Just sorting out my socks,
And that's
guys,
also,
because
of course, where we integrate the payload as
my
well.
socks,
Just
I did put
talking
on
about
properly.
customers a little bit. What have the various customers been
Are
saying
rolled
about
up.
what they're excited about?
We're working with our national security customer right now on
Ooh.
certifying New Glenn because they really need an additional launch system.
Right.
We're also working with our NASA customers. They've got a lot of interest in the size of our payload fairing, both the rideshare kinds of things as well as
time has gone
large
again.
telescopes and large instruments.
Oh, for goodness sake, no,
Customers
stop
are thrilled about our
it.
capability of bringing many small spacecraft to
Stop
LEO.
going
You've already been doing
backwards.
some integration precisely with these customers. How has that process been going with our customers?
We know our customers make us better. So these customers, many of them have been launching different
No,
missions,
stop
different
it.
systems for years and years, and working with them to understand their needs.
Oh,
understand how we
Elon
can adapt
is
our
watching
system
and he's put
to
good
best
luck.
Meet their needs.
So that's kind of the longer term work that you and your team have been doing. But let's get back to NG1 for a second. What have the last couple of weeks been like down here at the Cape?
It's not simple to take this whole system into a successful vehicle. I would say one of our best learning opportunities was our integrated launch vehicle, Hotfire.
Video was been real.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Beautiful was awesome. Glowing blue is like a. All right, this is game
If
time.
he gets delayed anymore, I'm off. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's fine. Don't you worry.
What are you most looking forward to when it is go time? When the
So
rocket
now,
lifts off, what do you
alright.
think that's gonna feel like?
I mean, I will say, I love that final 4 minutes when we pick up terminal count and we're counting down.
Oh,
and
hang on.
room is super quiet, the energy, the excitement, the moment, and then feeling that lift off, seeing it on its way over the horizon, and then hearing that final call out that we have inserted our payload customer successfully into orbit is like just an amazing moment, and I can't wait for it. I know New Glenn's gonna do it. It's gonna be a great day.
A big thank you to Laura again for
Jose.
joining for that quick tour through our factory right behind where we are.
Hang on, wait, what? I'm confused. Blue John, if you have... Oh, okay, was this before? Yeah. Okay, that was before. Blue Audrey have tweeted. New Glenn's takeoff is 7:07. Oh god, this is now getting a bit tight, guys.
Okay, we're at T-minus 31 minutes and 6 seconds to go until NG1. We continue to tick down towards our first launch. I will mention again, you may have seen we went down and then we added some more time to the clock. That is just fine. That is our team taking a couple more minutes to make sure that all of their procedures are aligned as we tick down towards T-minus 0. So we might see a little bit more of that happening here. While we've got a little bit more time, why don't we talk about the flight profile for this evening's launch? What is that going to look like as we see this vehicle fly today?
We've imagined New Glenn's flight for so long. We've looked forward to this day, and I'm so excited just to see another vehicle of this size flying from the coast of Florida. We're going to be feeling the power of those BE-4 engines here in the studio very shortly.
Oh god, what have you done?
After liftoff, there are a number of important milestones in the flight that we'll be tracking. So let's go ahead and take a detailed look at what New Glenn's first flight is going to be like.
New Glenn lifts off from Launch Complex 36 on Cape Canaveral. 7 BE-4 engines will ignite and propel the rocket with over 3.8 million pounds of thrust, or roughly 17,000 kilograms.
Whoops.
The vehicle
It's I'm tired. Leave me alone.
As the rocket ascends, it will encounter maximum aerodynamic pressure known
Oh
as
man, this is so annoying.
40,000 feet or 12 kilometers.
I got to take Jess to nursery as well, so like as a potential part, if I leave to go to work and take Jess to nursery, I could miss it.
Of the boost phase. Shortly after, the reusable first stage will separate and begin its journey back.
There you go, it's 15 degrees in here now.
E3U engines on the
I mean, I
stage
still
will
managed to
ignite
time.
and propel it onward into orbit with the payload. The reusable booster reorients in the vacuum of space using its reaction control system. At 220,000 feet or 67 kilometers, it executes an exo-atmospheric deceleration burn using its center 3 engines. These engines gimbal for maximum control of the booster. This burn slows the vehicle down before re-entering the atmosphere. As it descends, the booster's strakes and fins work together to slow it down and guide it autonomously back to Earth, landing on a vessel at sea. At around 9,000 feet, or just under 3,000 meters, the first stage begins its final landing burn. The 3 middle engines will light
Oh
for
look,
20
3
seconds,
minutes.
slowing the vehicle in preparation for the final descent. The 2 outer engines will turn off, and the center engine will execute the final.
Oh wow, so they're actually going for a full, like, New Shepard
The
landing.
vessel will return to Cape Canaveral to prepare for its next mission. Meanwhile, in space, the second stage will continue to power the payload towards its final orbit. At around 400,000 feet or 120 kilometers, the payload fairings will jettison. New Glenn will deliver an unprecedented range of payloads. Large satellites, dual payloads, orbital vehicles, large constellation dispensers, even moonlanders destined to establish permanent human presence on the moon. This is New Glenn. This is how we will build a road to space.
I mean, it's pretty good to be fair. Their sort of promotional stuff is really good.
So again, there you got an opportunity to see what the mission profile will be for this rocket this evening. But I think what was really cool about that video as well is it gives you a sense of the future as well in terms of the various vehicles that we're going to be able to take on this rocket, whether it's a lot of LEO satellites or a lunar lander or a massive geo payload, whatever it may be.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the coolest things about this vehicle. It is very versatile, and it's the power of the vehicle matched with the volume of a 7-meter fairing that's going to allow this vehicle to be
It's a big old fairing.
for Blue Origin as well as our customers for years to come.
Come on, guys. I think this is going to be it.
On the pad there waiting its first launch to space.
This is going to be it. I need to be out of here by 20 to 7. No. 20 to 8. 20 to 8 even. 20 minutes to 8. I need to be out of here. That gives me enough time just to get my stuff and go take my daughter to the nursery, and then, like, it's not light outside, it's still dark. It is still dark outside. Come on. So we got down to what? 21 minutes, I think it was? Well, no, it was 19 minutes to go. And then they pushed it back. It is a really cool looking rocket, I will say. Oh, stop yawning. I've already, like, see, this compared to SLS is massive. Oh yeah, if it was 6:40, yeah, it would have gone. So I think their launch time was looked like that. So they're obviously just working through the countdown. They're obviously just taking their time a little bit. Yeah, this tower just looks like when you do plasterboard and you got the little screws in it. It was 152. Okay, yeah. God, listen to that. Hello, Daily CFC. Welcome to the chat. Welcome on a nice early morning. There's noise. Oh, I'm so tired. Alright, we're getting... I'm trying to see... What's this? Oh, Elon talking about Zuckerberg. Do we have to... Oh, God. Yeah, I know. So many people slam their bloody doors. Across the road from me does it. And it's just like, for fuck's sake. Yeah, if someone made a bit of noise to them, you know... they'd be pissed off. Like they're trying to wedge a sheep in a minute. I love it. Right, what's going on? I play music sometimes. Yeah, my across the road neighbours, the same ones actually. They played music until like, what was it, it was like 3 a.m. Banged on their door. Said, at least shut your fucking windows. You know, I had work in the morning. It was a weekend, so I've got work in the morning. You know, some of us actually have jobs, not just sit on benefits. Good old Westlife. Hey, there's nothing wrong with playing Westlife. But yeah, I went over there and I said, if you don't, I'm calling the police. And then they didn't do it first. I called the police and they went, oh, we can't do anything. Oh, mate, you're the police. You know. And then they said, oh, no, you had to... a bit of Panic at the Disco. Ooh, very nice, Daily. Love a bit of Panic at the Disco. And I had to actually report it to the council as a noise complaint. And they got a lovely letter through their door, and they've never done it now. Right, so the lowest poor. Oh God. Right. What the fuck? Oh God. Right. I think all the Americans are going mad right now. Oh, that's cool. We got a thermal imaging camera inside the flame trench. That is cool. Everyone's just like, launch it, launch it. Stop resetting the clock. It's much better to face the kinds of things. Oh yes, definitely. Right. Oh wow, is that a windmill? Holy shit. There was a windmill in Texas, I don't know when this was. One of the blades caught fire. I mean, I don't know how you... Oh, it was struck by lightning. Okay, there you go. And... I mean, that actually is pretty cool, to be fair. That's my limit of panic because this kind of seeing your my upload schedule is high. I haven't looked, to be fair, Daily. I've been actually quite busy. This time of year for me is really busy. We're just about to move into a temporary porter cabin at work, so I'm like at the moment, like this and Starship is all really I'm looking at the moment. I'm not even watching my own sort of YouTube stuff. I've been so busy. Like yesterday, we did everything we had to do at work, and then we had to move a storeroom. Oh yeah, I have to say I've noticed that my daily uploads are starting to drop off again. Now I'm uploading every day, and it seems to my views are now starting to go back up again. What's this?
Welcome back, everybody. We're at T-minus 16 minutes and 45 seconds to go until launch here. An exciting evening for all of us here at Blue Origin. I'm so glad that you've joined us. Now, we have spoken about the wealth of experience in the New Glenn launch and mission control rooms upstairs, and I want to take it back to Maggie upstairs.
Wake up, Maggie!
Up there, Maggie, you with us?
Let's say to you.
Yep, Ariane, I am back at mission control.
2 a day, jeez. I'd be careful with that. That seems like a bit of a waste.
With everyone sitting down, but the communications are ongoing.
I would say a couple a week is good. Like shorts, a daily short is good. I've done 2 shorts a day. Gaming videos. Yeah, the problem with gaming videos is you should do it like 1 a day, because gaming videos they take a bit of time to be pushed out. So, and football.
Where our team is looking through data constantly.
They're different.
The team is led by our launch director. His name is Ben.
Why does she look like...
For the launch,
oh, I'm trying to think.
He is doing the go, no go, and making sure that we get our best chance of success.
Oh,
Ben
why can't I stop yawning?
Our New Shepard rocket.
So 1 game in 1 football. Yeah.
We take our flight pedigree from New Shepard and we are building it.
I mean, what I would say is look at your previous videos and look at when the views started happening. That's good for finding out the right sort of time to post.
One, he sets 3 alarms because he really does not want to miss his call. I have a feeling he didn't have to actually use all 3 of them today, but I'll ask him afterwards. And then he also sets little post-it notes on his screens of his console.
I'd say do that because I used to release a short video at 5 o'clock every day, and then I released it at 12 o'clock midday, and actually it looked at like about 1:30 to 2. That was like when my peak was. Yeah, transfer news. Do around football stuff's really good, sort of like after 5 o'clock, because you think everyone's just finishing work, they get home, YouTube's on or whatever. That's sort of the best time for football stuff. Or around 3 o'clock for the 3 o'clock matches.
She is going to get herself an ice cream cone, and I will be joining her.
An ice cream cone?
We have Martin De La Torre. Martin is a ground controller, which means that he will be working through all of the data and controls of our ground system out there at the pad.
It's also oversaturated marker. Oh yeah, football is very much a
that are working around it are
oversaturated, yeah.
And so Martin has a tough job today, but we know he's working hard. His favorite quote is from Stephen Hawking, and so he's got heroes, I think, like the rest of us. Next we have Stephen Shelley. Now again, you talked about the Jacqueline a little bit earlier. That's our offshore vessel, and Stephen Shelley is our offshore.
Yeah, Martin watches a lot.
As we go through this whole process, the team and the launch director Ben are constantly checking in with Stephen to make sure that we know that the barge is ready should we be able to land New Glenn. His launch day ritual is actually the same as Ben, another 3-alarm guy. So we'll be asking him as well. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Megan Lewis. Now, Megan is one of our 2 primary launch controllers, which means that
she's preggers.
Control authority over a lot of these major systems on New Glenn. Megan is from Utah, and in a very
Utah.
way, Megan is actually wearing a bracelet today that her grandfather gave her grandmother with charms for every Apollo mission that he worked. So a really incredible.
That's very cool.
In that family. And they're bringing it to the Blue family. So we're really proud of them today.
Heater's going back on.
Team led by Ben Dyke.
It's getting a bit colder now.
I love it. Just some wonderful stories, and each one of them has their.
I get between 20 and 30 for gaming, 60 and 70 for football.
Yeah,
that's good. That's not bad for a start.
So, hey, Maggie,
I mean, my videos tend, unless it's like these sort of videos, my gaming ones hardly get any views.
40 seconds to go until launch. Why don't we take a moment here and send it over to the
Yeah, for 257 subs, that's pretty good.
first launch to space today.
Right, we are going to someone's put, where are you guys watching watching the launch from? Someone said the payload bay. Oh, you gotta love the Space Committees. Display X moves. It won't get. Oh, really? Damn. Should I see where we... Yeah, I would say do that for all of them, because honestly it really helps me. Like my short videos, I did, and it helps so much. T-minus 10 minutes and counting. Damn. Have we got... Oh. SpaceX have begun drilling piles at Kennedy Space Center. That was technically yesterday. I've only just seen it. Oh, wow. That is actually pretty crazy. Yeah, he's all over Twitter. You hear things from him before anyone. Nice. Ow. Shit. That hurt. Oh, for fuck's sake, no! I'm not gonna be able to say it! Oh, for fuck's sake, why not just put a... Why not just build a hold? Yeah, that's cool, Martin. I'll see you later on. Try and get some sleep, okay? Oh, fuck's sake. Space Twitter's gonna go absolutely fucking nuts in it. They're gonna... Oh, bollocks. Fuck's sake, we got down to 10 minutes as well. That's the quickest we've been. That's the lowest we've been. Oh my god, that's so annoying. What's that? 27 minutes past. Fuck's sake, this is not going to go off in time. I literally, 27, I'm not going to be able to watch the whole thing, guys. I'm not going to be able to stream it.
T-minus 27 minutes and 5 seconds to go until launch. You may have noticed that we've added some more time to the clock, as we mentioned
Loves
before.
to get
This
the
is
finesse
just our
rate.
teams
Will do,
aligned,
will do.
Making sure that each of the separate sub-teams have all gone through all of their checklists, make sure that everything is...
I understand it's an experimental rocket, but fucking send it off at a good time.
If we need to add a couple more minutes, that is quite all right with us.
No, it's not.
While we've got a little bit
Oh,
more,
God.
I would like to check in with my colleague Eddie Seifert out there at Cars Park, where he's joined by Team Blue Origin. Here, our team that's based here in Florida. What you got going on down there, Eddie?
Yeah, hey Ariane,
Oh,
welcome
God.
back to the best seat in the house here at Cars Park. I'm with the Smith family. We're working at Blue Origin, and working on rockets is a family affair.
Yeah, so go
With
around
father,
there
Mike
that
Corbin,
time then.
Mike Smith, son Corbin Smith, and granddaughter Elizabeth. Elizabeth, tell me, you've sent a postcard to space, is that right?
Yes.
And tell me, what was on your postcard?
There was rockets and planets.
Oh,
Rockets
she's
and
so
planets
cute.
on the postcard. Now, Corbin, how did you get your start at Blue Origin?
So I first started up in Huntsville, where I worked with an amazing team on the engine crew, building BE4 and BE3U. Now I'm here down at Rocket Park, building the thrust structures for GS2.
Excellent. Must be special to be working on that GS2 rocket out there. And Mike, how about you? How
Man,
did you
this
get your
is
start
so
up?
annoying.
Well, it was my son that actually encouraged me to apply, and we got hired around the same time. And it's been awesome being able to work with him on different projects. We get to talk about work at home and do different things. We bleed blue at home.
Jesus.
Excellent, excellent. And Elizabeth, tell me, what are you most looking forward to today's launch?
For the rocket to go up in space.
Well, I think we're going to end on that note, Ariane. We're looking forward for that rocket to go to space. Let's send New Glenn to space. Let's light this candle.
I love it. It is a family affair, and I think I love seeing the different generations there, father-son pair working at Blue. I look forward to seeing that little firecracker, that little girl joining us in a couple of years here in the future. It just speaks to, you know, it takes years to build these rockets, and that's what we're here to do at Blue. We're here to build these rockets that are laying the foundation.
Yeah, build the rockets and fly them. For fuck's sake.
So that children like her can pick up the torch and build on top of that. We're setting forth so that they can build infrastructure in space and really.
Yeah, we're all getting blue balls.
Thanks, Eddie, for checking in.
Yes.
We're at T-minus 24 minutes and 10 seconds to go until launch. Let's check out New Glenn on the pad.
27. I
Ready for
don't.
launch this evening.
Honestly, like if it was an hour earlier, I think would have been fine. I don't think I'm gonna be here to stream it, guys. Right. Man alive. MagSafe Ethernet now. MagSafe. MagSafe's a wireless attachment method. MagSafe Ethernet. It's a MagSafe cable type. What? So like, it's not exactly, but it connects like MagSafe. Okay. It's kind of like the old smart connectors, the free pin design on the back of the iPads. I think they have it. Right, come on, please. So I might be able to stream the lift off if they go at this point. If they put the clock back any time now, I will have to end the stream because I have to go to work. It's so fucking annoying. Right, it's a pet friendly cable. See, do you know what? I've never, ever, the only cable that was ever bad, that never unplugged, was probably a display port, because the display port cable has like a sort of latch on it. Right. Oh my god. Perigee. This time they're really gonna do it.
again, everybody, for joining us. We're at T-minus 19 minutes and 55 seconds to go until launch. New Glenn looking good there on the pad. We saw some beautiful views, as Denise has talked about. All the propellants are nice and chilled down. You saw the big, beautiful Blue Origin word mark and feather on that rocket. She is looking beautiful. But we do have a little bit more time here. Why don't we take a moment to talk about the BE-4 engines? We're looking at the vehicle right now at the base of the vehicle. Oh, that's a pretty shot right there. You see the 7 nozzles.
Flight 7, yeah, Flight 7's on Wednesday. No, not today, it's Wednesday. Flight 7's been moved to Wednesday due to bad weather.
Reusable, oxidizer-rich stage combustion booster engines. They use liquid oxygen and liquefied natural gas, or LNG, which is essentially a commercial form of methane.
Yeah, and we selected LNG because it's cleaner burning and more efficient than kerosene, or also known as RP1, rocket propellant 1. That's what a lot of rockets use. It's also low cost and widely available, which is really important when you're doing lots of launches, which is our intention for this New Glenn program. I should also note that we have done a ton of testing on the BE-4 engine, and we also want to keep those costs down as well. All of it adds up, right? And one of the coolest aspects
it got moved to
is that it can self-pressurize its tank through a process known as autogenous repressurization.
Ooh, so it's like Starship.
It eliminates the need for costly and complex systems that use helium, which is pretty rare. So normally you've got helium and other gases in there to push the pressures properly through the engines to get them ready to go. But with LNG, it basically does it on its own. That's what that means.
It's so fascinating. And, you know, in terms of power, each BE-4 engine generates an impressive 550,000 pounds of thrust. So when you combine all 7 engines, New Glenn produces about 3.85 million pounds of thrust at launch. And just to put that into perspective, that's roughly half the thrust of a Saturn V rocket, which took humans to the moon. Imagine that power of 200 Boeing 737 airplane engines all firing at once. That's what we're looking at here.
And that is a ton of power. You see that these images here, this video, this is from our test facility down in West Texas. And man, oh man, I have been down there actually for one of these tests. And our facility down in West Texas is in this valley. And
the valley
reverberates. You feel like you're in the inside of a drum. It just shakes the entire valley. And I mean, it's just incredible. And we're putting 7 of those at the base of this vehicle. The other thing you should see in that video there is that it burns this really cool blue color.
Yeah.
So that's a nut. I'm not saying that's what I chose this propellant, but it's a nice little bonus to it.
It sure is.
So a lot of power coming out of these
Oh wow, look at that! That was
and
cool.
Also a lot of interesting technology that's gone into the turbo pumps too. You want to talk about that a little bit?
They sure are. So the turbo pumps, which pump fuel and oxygen, are also incredibly powerful. Together, they produce the equivalent amount of horsepower needed to power 2 Nimitz-class aircraft carriers at full speed. Yet each turbo pump is small enough to fit in the back seat of your car.
Think about that. I mean, the comparison is crazy, but just think about that effect.
Yeah, they are big engines. These are big engines.
Then you also see here, obviously, the comparison between our BE-4 engines. So there are 7 of those on the base of the vehicle, and our BE-3U, BE-3 upper stage engines. There are 2 of those.
Daily shorts, yeah, I've been doing daily shorts since 2022. I want to say.
The comparison of the
I think actually no, 22, 21,
21.
I think since 2021.
You know, it's both of these engines are.
I actually need to upload
and have unique
some. Actually,
functionality
you've just reminded me. Thank you, Daily.
Itself. So for BE-4, as we noted, we've got 7 of these engines.
I would say try and do daily.
Cool image of that a second ago. The 3.
Try and do some daily uploads.
Steer the rocket, so that will be working.
They are pretty good.
With the fins at the top of the booster. Now, those 3 middle engines are going to relight to help with deceleration and landing burns.
Oh.
And the other 4 engines are fixed. And this is the combination that gives us both the power that we need, but also the flexibility we need for different stages of flight.
And you know the BE4 engines are produced at our manufacturing facility in Huntsville, Alabama. And they're
Alabama.
tested rigorously at our facilities, both in West Texas and Huntsville, to ensure they meet the high standards.
Yeah, and we should note there are 7 of these on New Glenn, but our friends at ULA with their Vulcan rocket, the 2 of these engines.
I'm uploading
and those
5.
have already flown successfully
Oh,
to
6
space.
even.
So we are very proud of that these engines have already flown to space, and can't wait to see them power this this New Glenn rocket as well. They are going to be rattling this
35 minutes.
very, very shortly.
It's gone back 35 minutes.
And it's 35
Bye,
minutes
guys.
to go until launch. Let's toss it back to the
I-
rocket and check out.
I'm gonna have to go, guys.
As this vehicle is
Honestly,
ready
I'm
for
gonna have to
launch.
go. I've got to go to work in a bit. Right, I'll see you guys. Hopefully, I'm hoping now it scrubs, and then it goes again tomorrow. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. I shall see you guys. Hopefully tomorrow. I think there's a couple of Starlink launches and stuff like that, so we will be live later on tonight playing GTA, hopefully. So guys, I'm Lee, fly safe, land safe, and see you guys later, bye.